say that it feels right.
Hey guys, it's the Matrix here, and welcome to the behind the scenes video of the original Minecraft animation that took me around, well, close to 3 months to make, called Parkour Troubles. There's not that much that needs to be gone over, but I figured that some of you guys want to know how this animation was created, and some little things that took a few different turns of how this animation was going to end up. And yeah, how did that block in there? Okay. But yeah. So I guess first of all, I'm going to show you how I have my Blender set up. Yeah, if you don't know, this program is called Blender, in which I have left a link. I don't know about in this video, but at least in the Parkour animation video, I've left a link to the channel of how I learned how to use Blender and how I learned to make Minecraft animations. So I would highly recommend checking out those channels if you want to learn how to use Blender. Now this computer, first of all, well, I guess I'll first get this out of the way, it's not the best for Minecraft animations or animations of any sort, really. One, because it's a 2012 iMac that really doesn't have any support for external GPU or just a GPU of any kind, really. And you can tell I don't really know my computer stuff here, but yeah, because every few minutes, if I don't save every few minutes, then the Blender crashes. And even then, it'll still sometimes crash. Like right now, I'm recording and it seems to be kind of lagging on me here. Okay, so the setup, I followed what was Black Plasma Studios' Minecraft animation tutorial series, and he recommended, and this is a very good setup to have, by the way, a viewport right here in the top right where it's just a rendered version of your animation, so that way, like, let's just fast forward through some frames here. You can just see your rendered, well, not rendered, but you can see it in cycles, which is what this animation is in. You can just easily see it right in the top right corner, so if anything seems off in the animation, you can see it before it's even rendered, which is nice. I love that feature so much. But yeah, then we got just your average, whatever this thing is called, what's it called? Properties, right? User properties? I'm not too sure. Of all the stuff that's in the game. I'm not going to go over how to use Blender because you can find way more information than what I can tell you. But, yeah, I'm just trying to show you guys what I've used. 24 frames per second. I don't know if there's something better I could have used. But the end frame is 1700 keys, so it ends off there. But yeah, this is how many keys it takes to make a 1 minute animation. Just over a 1 minute animation. How many keyframes I had to set throughout these 2 to 3 months of a break. Also, yeah, sorry if you guys can hear the clicking. It's just because I'm on a mouse, so yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, this is all the keys that that is required to make at least a decent 1 minute animation. I say decent because I am new to Blender and animating and stuff. That's my very first animation I've done with anything. But yeah, so I've tried to keep the scene very small built. As you can see, it's just a few blocks wide with 2 characters, and that's because that. If I don't save every few minutes, then it'll crash. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I'm saying it again. If I don't save every few minutes, then it will crash. Blender will quit, and whatever I haven't saved before will be lost. And I would get a few minutes ahead, and it will crash, and in a few minutes of work, it's kind of a pain to get back to, because you gotta rotate him and everything. Yeah, it's pretty fun to try something different rather than just having a recording schedule that you gotta stick to. It was fun just to hop on Blender whenever and animate this little guy. But yeah, so I think the scene only. Oh wait, that block was part of the animation though. Yeah, there was a block here. It was the block that I deleted the very first start. I don't know what I was doing way over there where it should have been over here. But yeah, this is when I made the jump to like around here somewhere. Let's see. Let's see if it just well, no, I deleted it, so it wouldn't come straight back now, would it? But yeah, it just kind of like do something here. Okay, so yeah, then it jumps into nothingness, which there should be a block there, but it's not. Okay, well, there's that. I made the sign. The sign wasn't that hard, actually. You just needed to know how to put text onto something, and then you needed to find a font for that. Oh, and this skeleton guy, I actually made a mistake in the movie because I just left him here throughout the whole time, not realizing that, like, at the very beginning, somewhere in the beginning, see if we can't find it. So you go down, right there. You see that? You see that? The camera captures the skeleton when I should have hit it or moved it around or somewhere. So if you go back to the, animation, in which I would recommend watching the animation first, but I should have said that first, so oh well, then you will see a little skeleton guy in the back corner. It's not that noticeable, so I'm not too concerned about it, like it's already rendered and everything. But that's just one of those few little error things. And also, another thing I wasn't too happy about was the backflip. I wasn't too sure whether to do a front or backflip, and I was thinking backflip would be a little bit easier. But I should have bent the body more. That would have made it a little bit more realistic, doing this backflip here. But, you know, like I said, it's my first time. Not too sure what I was doing. Well, I knew what I was doing, but not too sure how to make it better. And then this part here where you just like slowly... I should have changed that, made it a little bit more quicker, but I made it work with the sound effects and stuff, you know, so... And by the end I was just wanting to be done because I was almost taking... felt like I was taking too long of a break. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to hurry up with the animation and get a move on with it, but... Yeah, speaking of which, so since I wanted to move along with it, I was trying to think of a way I could end this animation fast. Like, the first thing I had, like, I think this parkour was almost twice as long as when I started doing the animation. Then I cut it down to half, and what I was gonna do was I built out a small little scene over here, and I had like a small pool of lava, and I think what I was going to do is I was still going to fail on that block where I just fall through and respawn, but then I also had, let's see, a section over here where I built a little section over here with a chest in it and a sign that said pearls. And what I was going to do was so that I would jump back over to here and grab a pearl out of the chest, throw it, and then hit the brick and fall into the pool of lava. And the finish line was going to be like right over here. So the joke there was that don't cheat with ender pearls, like lesson number 1, don't cheat with ender pearls or you'll die in lava. But yeah, but then I was realizing that would probably take too long with the character having to get the ender pearl out of the chest and then be able to throw it and teleport him. And that's probably going to end up taking twice as long as me doing this ending. Now this ending was just a skeleton floating up here the entire time, and you guys never would have saw him except that bit at the beginning that I showed you. But yeah, he was just be hanging out here until some point. Oh, and I'll show you guys a little trick if you guys don't know from Black Plasma Studios. Let's see, where is it? It's right here. Okay, so if you want the character to be out of the way, just put him out of the way until you're ready for your shot. And then when you want to go to your shot, like have him out of the way the shot before you want to end the shot, if that makes sense. Like right here, he's out of the way, and then as soon as as soon as you want him to be in the camera, boom, you move him down there, and the camera is right there. So that way he's out of the way of your animation, and yeah, he won't be a bother to you unless it's in the beginning of the scene, somewhere around there. But yeah, and then this part got a little bit lazy at the end. I could have done a little bit better with more realistic falling movements of the guy. And I'm still trying to be quick at these controls. Okay, so yeah, he just kind of like zones out and falls to his doom down there. And I tried to capture him falling, and then this is where it says he has left the game. And I put that in the Final Cut, which I'll show you guys that too. But yeah, I didn't really mess around with this dope sheet too much. Like, I know that the point is to make objects seem more bouncy or more stabilized and stuff, but I was just kind of too scared to mess around with it, and I messed around with it before I saved, and it put me back quite a bit. So it really wasn't that important. I mean, it could have come in handy in a few spots, but yeah, overall I was happy with just not using it. Black Plasma Studios does go over this. Well, not the studios, I don't think. One of the other guys that works at the studios, I believe. But yeah, I just didn't really feel comfortable messing around with this. But setting the keyframes and stuff still made it seem alright. This computer is just not set up for rendering, because I believe it took like 3 days for it to render a 1-minute animation. And that might seem, I don't know if that's like a lot for you guys or not, just because this is my first time messing around with this stuff. but I feel like 3 days is a lot. It's kind of a lot for a 1-minute film. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys are good animators or better animators than me. Like, please do leave feedback in the comments. I would love any positive or negative feedback, as it would help me if I want to do another Minecraft animation, which I do want to do a music video, but that just means I have to take a longer break. So I don't know, but I am glad to go back to gaming very soon, in the next week or two once this goes up. But yeah, another advice for people who have computer lag like me, or Blender lag, or whatever program you use lag, try not to build anything more than what the camera will see. There's no point in building a scene that the camera will not see. So, like for this scene, I've only built 1 block extra further, just in case that the camera would see that block, that next jump. But as you can see, I haven't built anything else. I did not build the finish line because I was never going to show the finish line. Because he would have never have made it to the finish. He would have rage quit. And that's why I just don't do parkour videos. But yeah, you just got a simple few blocks that the camera will see, and there's no reason to build anything else. Just don't go too crazy. If the camera's gonna see it, build it. If it's not, then just leave it alone. Let it be. Don't build it. But yeah, the character rig I use is called it's by Pixel Frosty. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Yeah, this is Pixel Frosty's rig. It's been really handy because you got these sliders, like you can change its arms lengths to make it look more like a girl and stuff. And this has been a really handy rig, and it's one I recommend, and that Black Plasma Studios recommended, and that they actually use in their animations as well, so that's kind of a fun little thing to mess around with. Oh, and I also used MC Prep, which I'll show you. That's where I got the skeleton from. It's kind of annoying because it doesn't show the characters, the rigs on MC Prep don't really show up all the time, and like I have to be quitting and rejoining for the reload option to appear. And that part's kind of annoying, but once you actually get it up, it's not too bad. But yeah, this skeleton is from MC Prep, and I guess the blocks and the bows and the arrows and the signs and everything are from Cycle's Minecraft rig, I believe. Let me just go and show you guys real quick. But, well, I'm not too sure where I actually got the blocks from, but here's where you can get the blocks from. It's this Cycle's Minecraft rig. Just Google it. Just do a Google search on it, I'm sure it'll pop up. Another kind of a big thing I would like to talk about is the title of this animation itself. As you can see up here, it was originally called Parkour Fails for the longest time, actually, until I started rendering it and editing it and realizing that it's not really much as a fail as it is trouble. Like, well, I guess it kind of is a fail here, but he really seems to have trouble just doing these 4-block jumps, which I can never do. So that's what relates to me there. And then the skeleton that just happens to appear out of nowhere. That's more of a trouble than a fail, but I guess it could be either or, but I think that near the end, troubles just seem more fitting. Parkour troubles than parkour fails. Let me know what you guys think. Should it have been called Parkour Fails, or are you guys more happy with Parkour Troubles? Troubles is the final name, but I just would like to hear your opinions on that. No, what I did for the thumbnail was, since it was already animated, and then I was going to do the thumbnail, I created a new folder. So let's just go into here, and see if we can't find that folder. I think it would be in this one. Let's just go to Open Recent, because, yeah, it's right there. I realized I opened that recent. But yeah, and then here's the new folder. Same animation setup. I just deleted all the keyframes, so we wouldn't have that issue. When it rendered, the camera would be somewhere else than where it was. But yeah, let's just escape out of that. And then here's how you take a picture. You just put the camera right up close to wherever you want to be. And then, as you can see in the top right, there it is. And the skeleton dude is still hanging out here. But yeah, same animation, but I just did a duplicate folder and deleted all the keyframes, and boom. The animation, the thumbnails are the easiest part when you're doing an animation, because all I have to do is just bend the character at your will, to your will, however, what style you want, and then done. You don't even need really titles or anything, because the animation will explain that for itself. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump into Final Cut. And there's not that much to show you, but I figured you guys would want to see the sound effects, how they were placed and stuff. And yeah, that'll be the end of this behind the scenes video. Alright, so we are in Final Cut, and we are back to using the trackpad, so hopefully you won't have to hear that annoying clicking every time, but, yeah, so this is the animation. You can see how many sound effects I used, which is the sword, swish, and swoosh sound effects, which I believe I leave the link to that sound effect credits in the parkour animation. But yeah, then you can see, like, join the game, and then he left the game here. Just play a little bit of it there. But yeah, I don't want to play the whole thing, because if you guys haven't seen it, or, well, I mean, like I said, I did say earlier that I would recommend watching the animation first and then coming to see this for this reason, but yeah, also, I kind of made a mistake. Like, as you can see, there's a cut here, because I accidentally closed out of the blender before it stopped rendering right around here, and I was kind of upset because I thought I'd start all over, but then I realized that I could start from wherever to render, and I was happy again. So I just started around where it stopped, and then continued and put the two together. Oh, and to record it, I didn't go through the trouble of converting the file once the animation was done. I just simply pulled out QuickTime and recorded the screen. I didn't full size it, because I think that would have made it not as high quality. I just minimized the screen, the QuickTime screen that I was recording with, and recorded it, and yeah, cut it down in Final Cut to make it perfect. It's absolutely perfect. No troubles. Very few troubles. Okay. A little bit of trouble with it, but like I said, it's my first animation, and yeah, these are really just sword sound effects that I thought fit really well with the character moving its arms and stuff and everything. And then of course the Minecraft sounds whenever he hits a stone brick, stone block, whatever it is, and cobblestone, and just pretty much whenever he hits that, it makes a sound there. And again, whenever the character moves. And then a nice simple transition into the end. But yeah, guys, I do believe that's going to be it of this behind the scenes video. Again, like I said before, there wasn't really that much to show, but I figured at least a few of you might be interested in seeing how this Minecraft animation was made over the 2 to 3 months that I've been working on it. Like I said, I am glad to be getting back to gaming soon. I would just like a week or two to pre-record some videos, but other than that, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the behind the scenes video, hopefully you guys are enjoying the behind the scenes video and the parkour animation itself. I had a blast making it, and yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all very much for watching, and from It's the Matrix, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.